let's see what's going on. The initial image that I'm getting is of somebody who is looking out the window, but they are practicing scales. They're singing. It looks like they're in a practice room, like at a music college or something like that. So perhaps you are cloistered away, mastering a craft of some kind, or potentially even I'm seeing as we zoom out more towards this room, it could also be a place of almost exile, potentially. So maybe you are in this place of your own volition. You are starting a new school or camp or something exciting, or maybe you have had to retreat from the world and you are in some sort of program or something to kind of balance yourself out. Who knows? Or maybe all of this is just happening within your heart. So there are also a lot of little buggies around here. I've chosen to sit obviously in a bush in the middle of summer, so if I do this the whole time, please excuse me. So we're gonna get our first card and we'll see what's going on. Oh, this is a shapeshifter. Also, this is a Magic the Gathering deck. They're not oracle cards, so at some point I might just stop showing them to you because this means nothing in relation to oracle. I'm just going to interpret the whole thing. So but we've got this shapeshifter here. I think there's a time of reconciliation is what I'm hearing, but it's almost like a reconfigurement, a reconciliation of the self. There are pieces which are needing to come back together. In like Transformers, when they the Iron Giant, that was like that's like a 90s movie where essentially there are all these pieces of a giant, like an iron giant, literally, spoilers, and they come together no matter how far apart they are. So there is maybe a theme of quantum entanglement or something happening. But I feel like this is all happening within you. Let's take a look at this person. Yeah, this is somebody who has a costume on. I think this is supposed to be like the Quetzalcoatl. I think that's how you pronounce it. But because they have this costume on, because they have this shield, it's almost like the costume or a mask or a uniform or something is a shield, but it evokes the energy of the higher self and the higher dimensions, that kind of thing. So I think that whatever this time internally is, I think it's useful. I think it's making you closer to God. That's always great. But I think as well there I'm feeling all of a sudden this like sense of like, oh, but there are things to be done. Like there's a real sense of urgency here. Like, how can I be locked away at a time like this? There's even like a little bit of guilt or something. But what the guides are saying here is like this time is not wasted, and in fact it is important that you are both preserved as well as ready when your time is up, when you're called to the front lines, which you are not yet. You are being hidden. There is even a sense of like a secret weapon about you. So if you are scared, you're feeling like, oh my god, I've got to like get all this stuff done right now. For some reason the people around you might be in a frantic energy. Do not play into that. Stay where you're at. Just keep honing your own skills, your own peace. You just do your own thing, Oh, a spider. Yeah, you're weaving something. Oh my god. Spiders are like, I just love spiders. The spider energy is a really powerful energy. Whenever I see a spider out in the world, it's really it's a divine, they are a sacred divine feminine, and they weave not only a net, like they make essentially a home for themselves. They make a place where they can, catch and eat things. But there is also there's something about the way their presence in a room changes the energy in a really subtle way. It's kind of like a butterfly's wings sort of a thing, where if something happens in a room and a spider is present, it is a completely different situation than if the exact same thing happens in the exact same room and that spider wasn't there. So the spider is conscious in a way that we are not. Every animal and creature has its own, energetic, and it's its own medicine. And at this time, maybe there is a spider in your room who is kind of watching you. Spiders are aware of our movements in the house. They feel that they are equal companions is a word I'm hearing, but also compatriots, meaning that they are just as invested in almost like the nation of the house or like the state of affairs where they live, because they're like, well, my web is there, so I should know. So fill me in on the details. You can even speak to the spiders and tell them what you are wanting to find. It's almost like, it's funny because I don't think that they're scavengers, but they're giving this like scavenger like nature, or they're giving this like, we know more than you would think, so ask us for the answer, or ask us to retrieve something for you and we will bring it back and keep it in our web for you. So if you're in kind of like the network, the web of a spider, and this might even be a person in your life who has these spider-like qualities. There is someone who is quiet, who is by the side, they're kind of, they're almost like distant, I would say, but they have this spider energy and they collect things, and they might have an answer for you if you ask the right question. Ooh, that's kind of exciting. I think they might be in the place that you are. If you are, yeah, because I'm hearing like a recluse spider, right? If you are a recluse, if you are somewhere and you're like, why am I trapped here? I can't get out of here. I think there is a spider person in your life here who you are meant to ask questions to and find out answers that no one else could get, because no one else thought to ask the spider these things, but you are almost forced to. It's kind of interesting. I'm seeing you as somebody who is compelled by fate and potentially even trapped within it. So there is, again, a little bit of a spidery feeling there, feeling trapped in the spider's web. Oh. This card is Blood Host. So I'm seeing this as this spider. I think there is a literal person around who is very, very intriguing. They're a really interesting character, and you just would never know. You'd never know. But as soon as you start talking to them, and I mean, like, I think this could be you, but I don't think, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think so. I think that there is literally someone in your life who you are overlooking. You know what I'm also getting is like, so imagine that you are locked away, you're snowed in at like a hotel or something, and the only person there, or there's like only a couple of people there, and it's like you, and it's like a bartender, and it's like another guest, but it's the host, it's like the front desk person who you are just like walking right by. This spider energy, this person who's like weaving this whole web, and yet they are invisible. They have something to tell you. It's almost like there's a package at the front desk, or like someone has called, and of course it would go to the front desk. This person who is simultaneously invisible and yet critical to the entire situation. Yes, spider medicine. And they also, so because this is like their realm, you might not realize that they are almost like feeding off of you, or like you are a bigger part of their world than you realize, and they might have more influence or power over this situation. If you are feeling powerless, you're feeling like you're trapped somewhere, or again, like you're like hidden away, you're like cultivating some skill, or maybe you're just hidden away and like freaking out about something. There's, for some reason, you've removed yourself, but you didn't remove yourself from society. You joined the spider's world. You joined or you are somewhere where there is an HBIC, right? Like a head bitch in charge, and it's the spider. So maybe you're somewhere that you wouldn't normally be, or you don't want to be, or something like that. But the reason is because there is wisdom for you in this. And they are even, yeah, I like this person a lot. They're very unassuming on the outside, but inside you are kind of within their network now, in their web. They are more powerful than you are recognizing, and I think they even see that you are in distress, or you are dismissive of them in some capacity, and so they are waiting for you to ask the question. They're not going to approach you and say it. I think this is a real person. I think this is like literally a person who you are overlooking, who is fine. Like there's no animosity here, but they're kind of, they have a trickster energy, almost like a playfulness a little bit to them, which I don't normally get with spider energy, which makes me think it's someone real. What have we got? Oh, look at this. Even in my, Magic the Gathering deck, still getting the sun is the happiest card in the deck. This is a really great, It's like dawn breaks after a really long night. There is a connection. You get to connect to this person, but they also have, it's like they have the keys. It's like maybe you like, again, like with the hotel metaphor here, you've like lost your key, or you like thought like you're like waiting for a package trip. You're like, there's something where you're like, all hope is lost. And then you talk to this spider energy and they're like, no, it's not. Like you just didn't, you weren't asking the right person the right questions. And that, oh, that's what's so exciting about life, like literally like about being alive, is like you can talk, like a conversation can change your entire life. It can reset the whole game and suddenly you're back in it. Suddenly things aren't as bad as you thought they were going to be. Okay, let's just get one more card because I feel like that's pretty succinct. I feel like we've all got our marching orders here. I don't think that you're going to leave this place necessarily. I think what it is it's like suddenly, as soon as you speak to this person, as soon as there is something revealed, I think you have the ability to leave or to move on or to whatever. But I think that you're going to see the merit in what it is that you're cultivating, or what it is that maybe you're grieving, or there is some reason that you are set aside. There's even like a, you know, like kind of like a Kill Bill or like a Karate Kid thing where it's like you and the spider, you and this person is going to teach you something. You are both hidden away from the world. You might be a little bit more anxious to get back into society, but this spider person does not belong in that world. You have to be here to talk to them, to gain their wisdom, and that is specifically why you have come here. Oh, very interesting. This card is deliver unto evil. I see it as a like deliver unto fate, or even the societal games that are played here. I think that there is something waiting for you when you return to the bigger game, right? Into society, into kind of these like maybe even capital, like, you know, like maybe you've got a business or something and like capitalism is war. Or maybe you're in the military and you're worried about war and you're like, there's, you know, something awaits you in the material world here, but you have to first retreat into like to spend time with Yoda in the forest, you know what I mean? Like in Star Wars, like you have to go into the mountains and talk to the guru, in order to then be able to, this is them. I see this as the spider person, and they're giving you, and you know, I think there are other people that they help too. They're giving this wisdom and they're saying like, I know these games, I know this realm. And so like these are the things, but they are a part of the void. See, like their head is in the void space. They're not really a part of like the regular rhythms of things. They're outside of it. And so they've kind of, it's almost like they've taken you aside, just like you're all playing chess. They've taken you aside. They're like, listen, I don't know why this would happen in a chess game. Listen, the way you're playing is crazy. You got to do this, that, and the other thing. Like, here's your strategy. Or like a fight or something, and it's like a coach, and they're like, let's bring it in for a second, and we need some strategy. And then you can go back out, and they will deliver you unto evil. They will deliver you unto the realm of the material world again. So I think I think it's going to go pretty well once you go back. Actually, do we want to see what awaits us when we do return? Divine favor. Ooh, I love this. I always get, oh yes, I always get like, these are the Magic the Gathering cards are always like really really intense. The quote on this is, with an armory of light, even the squire may champion her people. If you are discouraged in some way, or you think that you are too small to accomplish your goals, this is going to turn around. You are never too small. You are going to grow. You know, maybe you are a squire and you're not a knight yet, but that doesn't matter because you are going to have to continue in some capacity anyway. The time will pass anyway, so you might as well become a master at whatever it is that you are, you know, away from society to craft. So there is something which is going to allow you, I'm seeing actually a sword, I'm seeing like a flaming sword, a flaming sword given to you by this spider energy, and this is your divine right, is what I'm hearing. So to wield this when you return to society, to life at large, whatever it is, and people will be able to see you because you are holding a flaming sword. It's a little hard to miss you, but you're learning how to wield it at this point, because, you know, obviously if you've never wielded a flaming sword, that could get a little bit tricky as well. So but yeah, there's definitely divine favor which awaits you, championing your people. I love this. This is really exciting. There's a if anyone wants to look this up, this is reminding me a lot of this one episode. It's season 4, episode 4 of The Legend of Korra from the Last Airbender series. I think it might be on Netflix still. And it's essentially when Korra, who is a champion of her people, she is so downtrodden that she has to retreat to the Banyan Forest, where she meets a guide there. This is kind of that spider energy guide here, and who essentially tells her, like, I can only do so much, but, you know, you will do the rest of it. You will heal yourself while you are here. So maybe give that a watch if you want the full immersive experience. So I think that's all we got. Love you, bye.